What is going on, everyone, and welcome to another Tier List Tuesday. Today we are ranking the booster packs, a very essential part of every single shop, and just like every tier list, the criteria is going to be how often and how useful is this thing to the game. White stake through gold stake, talking high scores, talking challenges, so taking the entire game into account. I have now reached gold stake on 3 different decks. We're getting pretty high up there with quite a few others, so I feel like each one of these tier lists I'm getting a little bit better of an idea of where to place things. As I look back at my old tier list, maybe I would shift a few things around. I think this one is going to age well, but who knows? Things can always change, and we know Local Thunk is also thinking about doing some tweaks to the game, especially at higher stake difficulty. But with all that said, without further ado, let's jump into it, and let's start with the basic Arcana pack, and this goes right into a great buy. Arcana packs are extremely powerful in this game. It is how you shape your deck, it's how you modify your cards in a lot of ways, and at worst, oftentimes when you buy an Arcana pack, you will have either the Hermit or Temperance, and you can get your money back. So I think Arcana packs are great buys. The one thing I'll note in this video now, and get out of the way here, is at Orange and Gold Stake, obviously packs become more and more expensive the farther you play along. It's hard to put into perspective how that should fit with all these Arcana packs, so not that I'm ignoring that, but I'm kind of ignoring packs once you're in ante like 6 through 8 where they're $11, because then it's really hard to justify buying any of these packs depending on your economy. So moving on to Jumbo Arcana packs, I think this is also a great buy. While I think it's actually slightly worse than a mega or a normal, because yes, I like having 5 options, but the fact that I have to pay more money to only get 1 card, yes, I get a select out of 5, is not really worth it. I'd actually say it's probably a good buy in my opinion. The options are nice and all, but I'd rather spend less money and just be presented 3 of them, because I'm probably going to get something I want, versus being presented 5 and only still getting to select 1. And in that same breath, I'm going to put Mega Arcana also in great buy. Again, Arcana packs are fantastic. Being able to choose 2 of them in the pack is fantastic. And if I'm going to spend a little bit more money, I'd rather spend another dollar to make sure I can grab 2 of them instead of 1 when presented 5. So that's the difference between a Arcana, a Jumbo, and a Mega. And let's move on to Celestial. So you're presented 3 cards, you get to select 1. I'm going to put this in mid. And while the more I play, the more of an appreciation I have for planet cards, I still think Celestial packs are a little underpowered and not the best way to get them. The best way to get them is them popping up in the shop or other ways. But a normal Celestial pack, where I'm only presented 3, the chances of me even getting the planet cards I'm going for or want is extraordinarily low. So kind of not in the same vein at all as the Arcana packs, I'm going to rate Jumbo Celestials in the B tier. And that's because being presented 5, now all of a sudden there's a very high likelihood that I'm at least getting 1 of the planet cards that would be useful to my run at this point. You're getting something you can use. I think it's worth it. And then we look at Mega Celestial. So now I'm paying even more to select 2 of 5 cards. And this is going to go back to mid tier. And the reason is Jumbo's the happy medium. I select 1 out of 5. I paid a little bit more to make sure I probably got the planet card I want. Mega Celestial, it's not very often I now have 2 planet cards in this group of 5 that I really need or want. So the cost of having to pay for a Mega Celestial is not really worth it when I'm really probably paying $8 for legitimately 1 planet card that I want. I'd rather spend that on a Jumbo Celestial. So Mega and the normal Celestial packs I actually think are kind of mid. I don't often gravitate to them. And Jumbo's that happy medium where I'm given lots of options. I paid a little bit less only to select 1, and I get the one I want. Moving on to standard packs, these work the same as Arcanas and Celestials, where the regulars, you choose out 1 out of 3, Jumbo 1 out of 5, and Mega 2 out of 5. Standard packs are not very good in this game. There's not really a need to go searching for random cards and packs, especially at the price. So right now, I think a standard pack is absolutely not worth it. I mean, being presented 3 cards, there's a slight chance you get like a red sealed glass card that could be useful to your run that you can start copying, but the chances are very low, and this money is very much well spent in other places, or just save the darn money and add it to your interest. There's not really ever a reason, in my opinion, to open up a normal standard pack. I think Jumbo standard packs go a little bit into mid. I would put it more in between C and D. I don't think they're on the same level as these 2 Celestials, but I do think it's slightly better than the normal standard pack, I'll put it at the top of not worth. Being presented 5 cards now, there's a pretty good chance you get a kind of a cool card in here. There's a chance you get a polychrome card, a holographic card, maybe it's glass, maybe there's a red seal. You can probably get something that's useful, and you'll get one of them. Mega standard packs, there's one use for these, and that's is if you are running hologram and you get to add 2 cards and add a bunch of mult to hologram. Hologram Joker, by the way, adds 0.25 multiplicative mult for every card added, I believe. It's either 0.2 or 0.25. So you want to add a bunch of cards to your deck. Mega standard allows you to add 2 at once. That's pretty nice. So if you have hologram, this goes in the B, C tier. But without hologram, it's probably one of the worst values out there. Kind of the same thing I said about Celestials. The chances that there's 2 cards in this pack that you even want are quite low. Like Jumbo is, again, the happy medium here. I'll put it in C just to make it clear that Jumbo standard pack, maybe to get one good card out of the pack if you're early on and you have the extra money to do so. I'm never buying a mega standard pack. It's way too expensive for what you're going to get. Again, I'm probably only going to get 1 card I even care about. So paying extra to select the second one's useless. And then the normal standard pack, only seeing 3 cards is so little. The chances of getting a good card are so low that it's just not worth it, in my opinion. Now we're moving on to Buffoon Packs. And so a regular pack, you get to select 1 of 2. Jumbo, 1 of 4. And Mega, you get to select 2 of 4 cards. So let's start out with the normal Buffoon pack. And for me, this is a good buy. Very often throughout the game, you're looking for a good Joker. Being presented 2 of them, that if you didn't see anything in the shop that you liked, like any Jokers in the top half, feel free to rip open this pack and give it a shot. I think there's something to be said about having fun in the game, as well as, min-maxing. And opening packs is fun. It's, I think, pretty objective. It's just a fun thing to do. And there's also some great benefits of opening these Buffoon packs. There's a decent chance of getting, a card that's useful. It's definitely not great or anything. I would actually put the Jumbo Buffoon pack in great buy, because being able to get 4 Joker cards, very often you're going to get an uncommon in those 4. There's, times I've gotten 2 uncommons or 3 uncommons, and then there's times I've gotten rares in this pack, but it's very rare, in fact, to not get any uncommon. So you're probably going to get a good Joker in this pack. It's worth the price. You're going to get to select one of the best 4. Yes, you have to put forth a little bit more money, but I think it's a clear better option than the normal Buffoon pack where you only get 2. I mean, this is doubling your chances of getting a good Joker. Now we look at the Mega Buffoon pack, and this one's tough, because I think if you get Mega Buffoon, even all the way to Gold Stake in the first 2 antes, it's a must buy. Being able to select 2 of 4 Jokers and just add a couple quick Jokers for 8, or in the second ante of Orange and Gold Stake where, the prices are inflated for $9, it's a must buy. Now, a little bit later in the game, if you've established some of your Jokers, I think it moves to a great buy. But for now, I'm going to put in a must buy. I think Mega Buffoon is one of the top tier packs in this game. When it appears in your shop, it's a dream. You're very happy it was there. And I have a very hard time not buying a Mega Buffoon pack. I think the only time you don't want to see that is if all your Joker slots are filled, or 4 or 5 are filled, because you can't really add another one. However, what I will say, what you can do with the Mega Buffoon pack, and this is a little tip while you're playing, let's say you only want 1 of them. Well, what you can do is buy 1, sell it right away, and then select the second Joker that you actually want. So you can also get a little bit of money back with the Mega Buffoon pack, which I think, again, makes it closer to that must-buy section of the game. Last, we have Spectral Packs. Spectral Packs, similar to Buffoon, the standard is 1 of 2, Jumbo is 1 of 4, and Mega is 2 of 4. So a standard Spectral Pack is a great buy. You see that in the shop, you are probably, and by I mean probably, you are almost always going to buy a Spectral Pack unless you literally can't afford it. There's so many great things that can come from Spectral Packs. I mean, of course, you could get a Legendary Joker, which also appear in Arcana Packs, but all of the Spectral cards, and you can go watch my consumable tier list video if you want more information about what exactly is in these Spectral Packs, but they're powerful. They're the most powerful consumable cards. A whole host of them can change the entire course of a game and honestly make it easy for you and make it an easy path to victory, including the Ouija board, which that card turns all of the cards in your hand into 1 rank. Yes, you get -1 hand size, but when you have 7 or 8, or if you have a large hand size, 9 sevens added to your deck or 9 kings added to your deck. It makes the game very easy from then on out. A sigil, which turns everything to the same suit, can make a flush build extremely easy to play around. Then there's wraiths to get a free rare joker. Of course, your money goes to $0, but you also get the benefit that it increases it to $0 if you were in the negative, let's say with the credit card joker, or you got this in a voucher. All in all, spectral cards are fantastic, and at the price of a normal one, I'm going to put in a must buy. I think you always want to buy that spectral pack. Jumbo, I'm going to put in great buy. It's still, I am grabbing, no, it's a must buy. Who am I kidding? And Mega's going to go in must buy as well. Let's talk about Jumbo first. Jumbo, you get 4 options. I do think it's slightly worse than the standard spectral pack, the regular spectral pack, because I mean, yeah, it's cool having 4 options, but I still only get to select 1 card, and I had to pay more money, and so many of the spectral cards are good that you're pretty happy with it. I will say there's occasionally where you get 2 of the seals in a normal, but even though then those seals are pretty powerful, and they can make a card very powerful for the rest of your build. Jumbo Spectrals, having 4 options is great. I really don't want to pay more, kind of rather have the regular. But then we talk about the Mega Spectral Pack. I guess like 2 Spectral cards, 2 of them out of 4. We're talking about, again, the most powerful consumable cards in the game. We're talking about cards that can change your entire run. Imagine if you got, and this has happened to me, a Sigil and a Ouija in one. Well, now I just turned all my cards into kings, and they all turned into spades. So now I got 9 kings of spades or 7 kings of spades. You can create negative jokers. You can, again, get the rare ones. You can copy jokers. You can make a rare joker and then copy one with a mega. You can make a joker polychrome and then copy it. Like, there's so many great combinations to use 2 spectral cards, especially in succession. That Mega Spectral, I would argue, is the most powerful pack in the game next to Mega Buffoon. Because, again, adding those 2 jokers, especially early on a run, is so powerful. But Spectral Packs, I don't know if I've ever passed one up. I don't think I have if I've been able to afford it. Maybe to my own detriment at times where it's like, I really don't need it. My run is in such a good place. I don't need to waste the money right now. Again, there's a little bit of a fun factor here that Spectral Packs are really fun to rip open. But that's going to be my tier list. What do you all think? Comment down below where you think I missed, where you agree, how you would arrange it. Again, I'll leave the link to this little tier list in the description. You can go ahead and make your own tier list. To recap, Mega Buffoon and then all 3 Spectrals in the must buy. And again, when I say must buy, I think there's a few extreme circumstances where, yeah, I don't want my Mega Buffoon pack if I really am absolutely set with my jokers. But the Spectral ones, you know, and I'll move it over here for that reason. The Spectral ones, I'm absolutely going to buy. Great buys are the Mega and Standard Arcana Packs, the Jumbo Buffoon Pack. Good buys, Jumbo Arcana, just because I don't want to really spend more money to still only get 1 Arcana. Jumbo Celestials to make sure you get the planet card you need, and a normal Buffoon Pack because, you know, still selecting 1 of 2 jokers is pretty solid. In the mid, we have normal Celestial, Mega Celestial, and Jumbo Standard Packs, because Jumbo Standard Packs can occasionally be worth it, and maybe you open it, but again, it is D plus C minus tier, and then the other 2 Standard Packs. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you for the next one very soon.